We will services, we will commence with the product development protocol.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of research. Our guests are not here. Where do we start from? Yes, I hope the third presenter is around. Where is she? Please come and take your seat. As I said before, we are starting another session now that has to do with the programs. And I want us to minimize noise. Yes. Thank you. This time, we have a mixture of men and women. I'm part of the men. So, it's balanced. Let's go straight to the business. I would like the presenter for PDP to come up. Please,
Good afternoon, and all that supporting staff. I'm presenting on behalf of Product Development Program and okay, member being headed by Dr. Babalola, the director of the staff. Now, the project for the program is on developing, promotion, processing, packaging, and storage of exports of selected indigenous crops. By way of introduction, the product development program handles post-harvest, processing, preservation, packaging of horticultural crops in order to reduce post-harvest losses and ensure food and nutrition security. In order to achieve this, we have to add value to our horticultural crops because everybody knows that normally crops raise in a very short time. So we have to add value, especially to indigenous crops, in order to create variety, improve income and livelihood. From our study last year, from our surveys, we realized that Roselle, which is Hibiscus sabidata, it's the chemicals that been used for ingredients in industrial uses. So the general objective of our project was to develop and evaluate products from hibiscus seed, and then especially we had evaluate biotic content of avocado seed and leaves. For activity one, this is the development and evaluation of multi-purpose flour from hibiscus sabidapa seeds. We are talking of the seed this time, not the leaf, because it's not underutilized. So we want to add value to it, create multi-purpose use, and then make it an ingredient in industrial usage. The objective of this particular one is to develop and evaluate platform Roselle seed. The Roselle seed was the materials and methods. We got the seed from an house of farmer of nylon. It was sorted, cleaned to remove the seeds were divided into four, 600 grams each for roasting, fermentation, germination, and the other one is control. So we subjected this seeds to three different processing methods, which were roasting, fermentation, germination, and the fourth was the control. So this was the control. This is the germinated seed, dried on fermented, and this is the roasted seed. So I will not talk too much on the method, the roasting method. But the seeds were prepared for roasting. Another portion was germinated, and fermentation was carried out. After that, we ground the flour, packaged, and stored in a food block for further analysis. For the results and solution, we can see that for the moisture, the fermented had more moisture, followed by the raw. So the processing method of germination and roasting actually led to the low moisture content, which makes it that the roast ball is will be more shelf stable than the fermented and germinated. And when we talk of the protein, we can see that roasted one has the highest protein content. So which is, I think that the moisture was reduced and made the plant to be concentrated, and the protein which are in a bound form were released and made it more available, which is say bioavailable. So the roasted had more protein, followed by the fermented. We look at the fat content. The fat content of the fermented, germinated, and roasted were not significantly different, although fermented has the highest protein, which is expected when you ferment. There is more of protein being produced, and you can see that the raw form has the least protein fat content. When we look at the summary of regression analysis, we can see that significant variation existed in moisture, protein, and fat as a result of the different processing methods. Now, we look at the saponin, which is anti-nutrients. For the anti-nutrient fermentation had more saponin. It is said that this anti-nutrient is more stable. So the chemistry behind it is still under consideration that it's expected to be lower. But for all of them, you can see the processing increased the saponin content. The list was important here. Although for these three, we are not significantly different. But for the fermentation, is significantly different from the three. Whereas for tannin, germination has the highest tannin anti-nutrient, and then followed by roasting, fermentation, and the raw. So we know that tannin are not stable. So as we roast them, the tannin are really broken down. So germination, there is more production there from hydrolysis and the reactor that takes affect us. We talk of total phenolic content. And see that roasting has more content of total phenolic content, and followed by the raw, the fermented one, and germinated. For the flavor one, the trend is the same. Having the roasted having the highest content of total phenolic content. We talk of the antioxidant. We can see that roasted has more of the anthocyanin, followed by the raw, and germinated and fermented has the least content of anthocyanin as a result of the different processing methods. When we look at the solubility index of this product, we can see that fermented is more soluble than the rest of them, which is significantly different from germinated, raw, and the roasted one. For the bulk density, germinated is more bulky. So in order for us to consider the packaging material, we have to look at this that the material we use to package germinated flour must be stronger than the rest of them because it's bulkier than the other two things. The output of this activity was 3 types of multipurpose flour were developed from Roselle seeds to enhance food security, reduction in post-harvest loss, and variety utilization of the seed. The conclusion: the multipurpose flour has varying quality. Roasted Roselle seed flour was best in terms of protein and antioxidants. Fermented Roselle seed flour was best in fat and functional properties and least value of anti-nutrient evaluated. The recommendation for this first activity is that study towards utilization of the flour, storage and packaging materials to be further explored. Activity 2 is about development and evaluation of Roselle seed for profit production. The objective of this one is to evaluate the antioxidant and nutrient and sensory properties of Roselle coffee. So the materials are made received were sorted and then roasted for 10, 20, and 30 minutes at a temperature of 130 degrees, and they were packaged, blended. This is the result of this thing. That's the roasted for 30 minutes, and this for 20 minutes, and this is the Lagos extract for 30 minutes. The tea in tea bag, the coffee in tea bag. That's the extract. Antioxidant and anti-nutrient analysis were done using standard methods. Sensory evaluation was done with 5-point genomic scale. But in this case, we use the commercial coffee as control to be able to have the perception of consumers. Okay, the normal coffee that you're using, aspiration to this one, how can you judge them based on color, aroma, flavor, taste, acidity, body, balance, and overall acceptability. The analysis was done using Ultima design expert software, and surface response surface methodology was used to look at interaction between the processing and the effect on the specific attributes. Salt and discussion. pH increases as the time increases. That means the acidity will increase as the roasting time increases, and it will impact more of the coffee flavor on it. And we talked of TTA. You can see that 20 minutes at the highest acidity. At the time, after 20 minutes of roasting, the acidity declined. That means that reached the highest point and it's coming down. We look at the flavor note. 0 has the highest. You know that these antioxidants are not heat stable. So when you eat them, you're supposed to release them a bit. That's why the flavor note fell from the zero that was not even given any treatment. And for the 10, 20, and 30, they have equal, almost equal quantity of flavanol. And when you talk of butterphenol, like I said, because they are antioxidants, they are not stable. They have the raw having the highest. The saponin, the same trend, tannin, same trend. And when we come to the sensory evaluation, you can see that in terms of color and aroma, the control, which is the commercial coffee, has the highest score. But when you talk of the flavor, the taste, it's 30%, the body is 30%, the balance is 30%, overall acceptability is 30%. Only acidity was 20% have done the best. So the three types of the cell was developed. The three coffee produced were not significantly different in pH, antioxidant, and nutrient. But 30 minutes roasting was best in most of the sensory aspects, as well as the overall acceptability, which is very important in the marketing of the coffee, because some people don't want to take coffee because of the caffeine. And this is an alternative that you want to take coffee, but you don't want to take caffeine. So it's a very good substitute. Further studies should be done on the storage properties to determine the shelf stability of the roasted coffee. The activity 3 is development and evaluation of antioxidants from avocado leaves and seeds. We look at the seeds of avocado after eating is being thrown away, and study has shown that they are rich in antioxidants. So we try to look at it to extract seed from it and compare it to commercial seed, which is about to see the advantage of this thing. And so the objective is to improve the utilization of avocado plant waste through the production of tea, and to evaluate chemical composition and sensory attributes of the seed. So the seeds were collected, processed with tea, and the analysis done. This is the tea bag. This one is from the avocado seed, this is from the avocado leaf, and herbal tea for commercial products. The sensory evaluation was done with 5 measuring point scale, and the panelists were asked to judge the tea, rating it from 1 to 5, 1 to be the least and 5 to be the highest score, in terms of their color, flavor, taste, body, and overall acceptability. The results of the screening for this saponin shows that avocado leaf has more saponin. Avocado seed saponin is not as much as leaf. The other seeds used along have berry, tannin, alkaloid, glycoside, flavonoid. This is the result of total phenolics. That the avocado leaf has the highest total phenolics compared to the seed and the other seed. And when we talk of the flavonoid, it's the same trend. The regular scavenging ability of these samples were also evaluated. So, avocado leaf has the highest, and even in terms of the vitamin C. In terms of acceptability shows that avocado leaf has highest score for color, for body, for taste, and overall acceptability. And then chemical and bioactive composition of the samples compared to the chemical nitrogen in them. The bioactive components of the seed samples are similar to those of well-known and established commercial vaccines. And that's we have 2 different types of from the avocado leaf. Scaling up of the production, the recommendation, and further studies of storage and shelf stability. Activity 4 is about the effects of progressive inclusion on the physical, antioxidant, and sensory properties of the root, which is a food. Okay? We replace amaranth grain for roselle seed, which is for protein content, and be able to make it available. And so this is the population. We have 0%, 10%, 30%, 50%, and 7%. Substitution of Roselle seed with amaranth grain flour. And so the result is this: we have protein more in the 20%, and also the fat more for 10%. Yeah. Notice. So you can be seeing the trend of the result. The color Fruity produced with 10% reservoir have best overall acceptability in addition to improved nutrition. Recommendations, durability and packaging of the Burundi should be explored. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you. I think we should preserve our questions till everybody presents. Next is citrus.
Good afternoon, everyone. If permit me to stand on the already established topic, what's center? Yes. I will be doing this presentation on behalf of Citrus Research Program. The staff list, that's our staff students, with their designations. Yes. This report will be segmented into 3 parts. I will talk about the research, the production aspect, and the orchard maintenance. I would have loved one of us to do the research aspect, but she couldn't just carry that for me. So I will do it because the team did the work. So I believe that the presentation will be much better. I will try. The research. During the course of the year, we all agreed in our meeting that we should focus on granulation because it's a problem. There was some years back, we carried out a survey. We were out for another thing, but we found out during the course of our survey that granulation is a big deal to the farmers. So we took it upon ourselves that we should look at it. Is it localized or is it a national problem? So that gave us the insight to this research work. So these are the investigators. Citrus is one of the most important horticultural crops in the world, and even in Nigeria. Citrus fruits cover several physiological disorders. One of them is granulation. Granulation is physiological, it's not pathological, but it's physiological. There is a serious problem because farmers suffer a lot of income loss due to this problem. It reduces the fruit weight, it lowers the fruit quality, then it also reduces the marketability, as I've rightly said, because if you feel it, it's light, you will know that something is wrong with that fruit. The juice content is so low, so it reduces the market value. So these are the objectives of our work: to identify the variety that are prone to granulation, to determine the factors influencing citrus granulation, then to investigate farmer perception about fruit granulation. This work was carried out in the north central and southwest Nigeria. The reason for choice of our location is we you all agree with me that the North Central, when we talk about citrus hub in Nigeria, we mentioned Benue State, Nasarawa, and Kogi. So we chose those three states. Then we also chose southwestern states too. We used primary data. Then our sampling technique was multi-stage sampling technique. I mentioned in the North Central we use Benue, Kogi, and Nasarawa. In southwestern Nigeria, we use Ondo State, Osun, and Oyo State. Then this is our result. Yes. This table shows the socioeconomic characteristics of respondents in the selected states. For the sake of this presentation, I have summarized this table in some few lines that we'll be able to understand very well. So let me go to that. Table 1, it shows the majority of the sample citrus farmers are male, they are married, educated, and have farming as their primary occupation. The table also shows all that it shows the same pattern across the 6 states. Then the pool data reveal that most of the farmers are within the age range of 40 to 45. The same pattern goes for all the states except in Nasarawa and Kogi. In Nasarawa, we have age range of 30 to 39 years. Then they are a bit older in the Kogi state. There we have people that are above 60 years of age. Then this is their income. Majority of the respondents earn between 101,000 to 500,000 monthly, except Benue State, where majority earn about 50 to 100,000 a month. Then more than 70% of the farmers do not have access to essential services nor belong to farmers association except Kogi, where more than half of the respondents have access to essential services. Then the table 2 is on information on factors of production in selected states. I also summarized this table in some few sentences for our understanding. Yes. From the table, we deduce that most of the farmers sampled for the study operate on a low scale, with a mean size of 1.5 for citrus cultivation. This was observed across the 6 states, except for Oyo and Nasarawa states, where mean plant size was 2.1 and 2.17 respectively. Then the most common means of land ownership is through inheritance, and most of the farmers grow citrus along other crops. It shows that they are not doing it solely, they combine it with other crops. This is closely followed by soap cropping, especially in the North Central. Then this is part of what we deduce from this table 2. We found out that most farmers in the southwestern state depend more on higher labor, while the northern Kasaba depends more on family labor, except in Benue, where higher labor is common. Furthermore, most of the citrus farmers do not irrigate their farm, yet they depend on rain. The majority of the farmers from the south and north are not in privilege to attend any training of citrus production and management, and also depend mostly on fellow farmers for information. Then the table 3 talks about information on citrus type grown and production practices. So I also summarized this table in some few sentences. Yeah. From this table, we found out that the mean age of citrus trees is between 21. The mean age is about 21 years in all the states. Most of the trees are within 11 to 30 years, an age bracket of 11 to 20 years. The citrus type commonly grown in the study area are sweet orange, tangerine, and tangerine. Then from our studies, we also found out that citrus is planted using a spacing of 7 by 7, that's about 33%, then followed by 6 by 6, 19%, and 5 by 5 meters, 12%. Then in Osun State, majority of the farmers don't follow any specific spacing. They got yes, but 7 by 7 is common in North Central. That is Benue, Nasarawa, Kogi State. Then most of the citrus trees in the southwest are seeded plants. They are not a budded material. The white ones in the north are from budded seedlings, which are mostly sourced from own or other private nurseries. The majority of the budded seedlings planted in the north central were raised on roofs or rough lemon roofs. Then the table 4 shows the causes and season of citrus granulation as seen by the farmers. I also summarize this table here. More than 80% of the sample farmers are aware of citrus granulation. So it's not that they are not aware of this problem. Then the citrus types prone to granulation are sweet orange, tangerine, while the sweet orange variety are sweet and Valencia. The result follows the same pattern across the state where we have the sweet oranges, tangerine is affected by granulation. The fruit granulation is mostly experienced during dry season, and it is believed to be caused by dry spell. 63% of the respondents believe that it is caused by dry spell. Then 18% believe that it is soil fertility problem, while 17% believe that it is poor farm management. The farmer in the southwest believe that dry spell, pests and diseases infestation, low soil fertility are part responsible for citrus granulation. However, ideal variance are found in other counterparts. In Kogi, for example, the farmer believes that granulation is caused by dry spell, while poor farm management, low fertility, and dry spell are delayed in Nasarawa State. Then the last table, yes, shows the farmer perception of causes and effects of granulation. I also summarize this as follows. The result of the analysis of farmer responses to perceived causes and effects of citrus granulation uses Likert scale rating. The mean score shows that respondents are undecided on whether low soil fertility, poor orchard maintenance, age of trees, and fertilizer application have effect on citrus granulation. On the other hand, farmers are in strong agreement with the statement like late harvesting of fruits and lead to granulation, and irrigation of citrus trees will help prevent or reduce granulation. They are in agreement with the following statement. Fruit granulation is more common during the dry season. Marketability of the fruit is greatly reduced by granulation, and low fruit weight is as a result of fruit granulation. Yes. Then the second aspect is production. This is just is a progress report. We are on the field now for 2024, and all our expectation is to have 25,000 seedlings by 2024, and we're also projecting about 40,000 for 2025. Yes, they love the agronomic practices. The body process is all going. And now we'd like to stay here by one of our guys, Dr. Kiemi, to be precise, has given us, yes, I want to say this before you leave, sir, is bringing a new innovation into our seedling production, which we have received fully, and we are going into it by the grace of God. Though we are having some little challenges, to take off challenges, but we are promising that we are going to do it so that this will enlarge our scope as an institution. Thank you. Yes, then the orchard maintenance. Yes, we are doing that. And maintenance has been challenging because when executive director was reading his speech the other time, he mentioned over 20,000, over 20 hectares of citrus, and we all know what it is, especially during the rainy season, as we are clearing the orchard and other weeds are growing. So it's challenging, but God is really helping us, and through the help of management, the executive director has always been good. So once more, because it's not enough. Yes, so we are trying our best. We have about 6 orchards under us. We have organic We have, sorry, Dr. Alamu's orchard, that's the name given to it now because it was established by Dr. Alamu. We have football field, we have lemon extension, and we have a new baby, the newly established Angelo orchard, we just planted a few weeks ago. So the placement is ongoing, always replaced, and challenges, water, yes, irrigation facility, we need more fund, not that we don't have fund, but we need more, yes. Then acknowledgement, I want to say thank you to all citrus staff. God bless you.
Yeah, you can agree with me that she did justice to the topic. It is the round of applause was we invite fruits, departments, and program.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would also like to stand on the staff protocol as I present this program 2023 in-house report. I would want to say that the majority of the report is in the hard and soft copy submitted. So I'm just going to extract a few of the reports that are submitted for presentation this afternoon. So our focus in the fruit program is to develop fruit varieties of selected fruits, crops for various agricultural zones in Nigeria. We also intend to develop sustainable agro-techniques for these improved varieties through proper nursery and orchard establishment practices. Our objective in the program has to do with collection, conservation, characterization, and investigation of these fruits. And we want to place emphasis on the indigenous fruits really because we discover that most of the time we place emphasis on exotic fruits and we neglect our own indigenous fruits of high quality. We also develop improved varieties and agro techniques for the production of tropical fruits. Thirdly, to increase the quality and productivity of these improved tropical fruits in relation to ecological and ethnic preferences. And lastly, we want to assess the potential of agro-industries based on these tropical fruits. This is the fruit program operating system, so to speak. What we have done for proper productivity is to attach technologies to every researcher, and then the other technologies are the ones that are involved in production. Obviously, from this operating system, so to speak, we already have a shortage in our field staff, and then we have some other staff as well who, because of the recent redeployments, have been deployed out of the program, where we have a few replacements. So the first program has two divisions, basically the research section and the production section. So for the research section, we focus on indigenous food research, adapted food research, exotic food research, and then we have an institutional program research project that deals with avocado and soursop. And then we have several fruit orchard management work that we do, mango, avocado, avocado, soursop, avocados, and then we have our indigenous fruit orchard as well. The production section has the indigenous and exotic section. What the production section does is just produce seedlings and suckers. They're not involved in this, but they make use of the research output to improve production. So we have adapted fruits 1 and 2 as well. Yeah. So for the research reports, we're going to look at the main research project, which is for avocado and soursop and other activities. The title of the main project is project of the program, the development of appropriate production practices, and also exploring the potential of avocado and soursop for improved livelihood. The main objective is to develop appropriate production technologies and to explore the essential that avocado and soursop improve livelihood, which involve food security, nutritional security, nutraceuticals, and then income generation. The first activity is collection and conservation of avocado cultivars. These are the investigators. And then the objective is just to increase our germplasm base for avocado, because there are several avocado sessions and we need to check them. They were collected in Edo and Ogun states, and these are the locations as seen. And then the next slide shows a few of the avocado sessions collected, characterized by shape, the color of the ring, as you can see. 21 avocado stations were collected in this last collection. They are ready in the nursery and they are going to be transplanted next year, 2024. Then the ones that were collected in 2021 were established this year, and these are the investigators. It is just to conserve them on the field, and then to also conduct molecular and biological characterization as well. They were spaced at 8 meter by 8 meter. Normal agronomic practices were imposed on them. One of the observations was those seedlings, they flourished better under, so to speak, weedy conditions. In other words, they prefer humidity, and then based on that, they have decided to impose some intercropping models on them, so that they will still be able to do that. So we have 107 avocado seedlings planted with 19 sessions. And then broadening the germplasm base of soursop in Nihot, the reestablishment of Nihot soursop orchard for molecular and morphological characterization and field evaluation of the investigators. We marked the orchard, we pruned the existing trees, we supplied listing stands, we observed termite infestation, which was controlled. Of course, we had to do with control, other agronomic data collection was done, and we are currently harvesting as well. This figure shows the layout. The green areas, the green sections are the ones that were just supplied, while the other ones are the existing ones. The next place shows the termites being destroyed by the spray gun called upon them, and the feed stand for us. The Oka subgroup, I said, they were pruned, 2 to 4 main branches, and then they were numbered, and then we have started harvesting as well. So we have 72 trees there. And then we have dealt with the pest infestation as well. So our other research activities, aside soursop and avocado, one of them is on plantain. These are the investigators, evaluation of residual effects of organic fertilizers in the plantain orchard. We have been planted before, and then we're checking the residual effects of the organic manure applied to them. And was initially established in 2021 as experimental design, the treatments as shown in the slide, and then these are the data collection. All right, so this is the second activity as well, conservation of the germplasm inherited from Old Project 4 was established. Initially, there's 8, now we have 45. We're looking for a possible variety of release from these cultivars, and that's why they are being evaluated. We rejuvenated and expanded our indigenous fruit orchard with our investigators. We were transplanted at 6.5 meters. About 16 indigenous fruit species have been planted, and this table shows the different indigenous fruit species that have been planted and their percentage survival. Then we had a farmer that had a complaint on his papaya being attacked, and then we did the work on it to identify those responsible for the disease observed on the leaves and the fruits. Well, of course, the fruits and the leaves were collected, and the organism was isolated. Colectotrichum, she was actually detected as the fungal pathogen. This slide shows the fruit number attack, and then the plates isolating the disease causing autism. And then the recommendation given to the farmers was to very deep and dip away into the soil, they are filtered and fruits and burn them, and the copper based fungicide was recommended. And we got the feedback from the farmer that after a few weeks, the spread of it had stopped and he didn't have that issue again. Then we have other routine maintenance activities, weeding of our mango orchard, agronomic weeding and pruning of our mango orchard. We have marked the mango orchard, but the GRU will present that in their own presentation. India will follow orchard agronomic management. I've talked about the food business orchard as well. Management of the African breadfruit orchard, which we inherited from Old by, and then I've talked about the stars of as well. The second section of the program is the production section, that's the report. This report is at July 2023, since that is what we have in the report submitted as well. Definitely we have more than this output, and because of the new administration and the lots of councils, we have a higher and bigger target concerning this production, plantain, banana, papaya, and then the mango and pineapple. And then we have the indigenous and exotic orchard. These are the production, the seedlings produced as of July 2023. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. The fruit program. Please, they have a lot to do. So I appreciate what they have done so far. Please give them. Now, I would like to move to our guests and our amiability. If he has anything, if they have anything to say.
Thank you, Chairman, for this session. And want to appreciate our presenters who have done a nice job. However, let me ask one or two questions. Just the first speaker. Now, I want to ask the speaker that talked about the grinding of seeds. Discuss seeds. Okay. I said, to what extent did you grind? Is there a tendency that if you grind further, you have different characteristics of your flour? Do you understand the question? I don't know whether I don't know to what extent, what particular size are the flour that you have. And was there a tendency if you grind longer or with a different equipment, you're likely to get other different characteristics? I was thinking, is there also just educate me on this? Because it's like you're doing a fresh research here. I would have loved if maybe if you have compared your results with an existing flour that we already know its characteristics and compare, rather than using the different seeds that were used. I mean, those ones were new. So you are not comparing with a known seed that has been branded somewhere in literature. I don't know whether you understand what I said. I can't remember the exact seeds that you are talking about. Now, with respect to the extraction of the solution, when I went for break, I took lemon tea, the one made from. I want to find out, is there a tendency that after I've taken the first cup and I added more water to it, have I been able to extract all the solutes within the back, lemon back? So how do we know whether it's that efficient to extract with hot water and to what extent? Because sometimes the active ingredients maybe we need a higher to bring them out. We all say that this is how this quality has sort of active agents needs. We usually extract it when we take out. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. What the ES is trying to put across is gradually the finest particles, finite modulus, at what rate can you get what you want from it. Let me say, for example, if you are taking part in the northern part of the country and in the southern part, it's less for your comfort. And then you go up to north, and go to Gawa. The same maize or sodium, they prepare their mouth in different ways. In another part, they call it cocoa. It's the finest particular candidate. I don't know, maybe it's full engineering, but you know much about it. That's why ES is trying to talk. And then when it comes to the part of this country, the Yoruba man like taking his part very thick. And then close the shaka shaka. I don't know if you shaka shaka. It's going to be for hard. It's not going to be hard to find it particular. Yes. You know, an officer man will take his part very succulent, just like a custard. Right. Custard and a pot. Coca pot. Those are the finest particular. That's what. Yes. And I think he enjoyed our team. So kudos to you guys. But the only thing that you have to tell us the extractive index. At what point are we going to soak it for hours before we can have a very particular? That is not my question. Sorry, Mr. Chairman. You know we are police. You know where we meet. My question is on that central style. See, I remember when the Central Bank of Nigeria, 2012, 11, they gave this one consultancy job on the uniformity of rice. Because then they discovered that when people process rice, they mix them together. There are various varieties of rice. Ultimately, then they will batch them together. By the time you put the rice, one part is gone, the other part is not right. So we have to carry out that analysis for that year. So when we got to one farmer, the question is asked is where are the additives? We even have the quantity of the paddy in Nigeria to the extent that you are now talking of milling, rice milling. So my question is this, in relation to that. You did tell us in your research the quantity of the discourse, age, or harvest that constitute the seed. And the seed available before we even think of going to the flower. It's the seed you use for the flower. So the availability of the seed. What I know, I've never seen the seed of this before, maybe because I'm not a very good farmer. But I know they have chili champagne. Yes, so why is that seed quantity enough for us to even think working on it before we can start saying we're having the flowers? The second question is that yes, I've had that. People compare them with the normal flower or maybe or the plantain flowers. So you need to, I don't know. So you have the things that is very good. And then you talk of the ancestral analysis. I like the approach you use, using your relative surface methodology. But it's true. I was thinking, because if you are using relative surface methodology, you are trying to optimize. And when you are optimizing, you take the peak of all the parameters groups, like I don't know your camp or your nutrients that the outside by the qualities are on and all this. You take the highest point of them, and then you now combine them under the rapid surface methodology to come up with the optimal. That if I roasted this seed for 30 minutes, I got the maximum in 30 minutes. Okay, if I do grind this to this level, I got the high. So you take roasted for 30 minutes, grind for this, you marry your under rice with something. Then you don't know how to do it. Okay, like, if I do all this parameter, this is right. I was thinking that where you're going to end, but you didn't end it. However, now you are taking to take it further. I hope you understand what I'm saying. You take it further, you may see some novelty and some patentable work coming from there. So, because once you use to write something with technology, it just it's not really optimize that piece. Thank you for the citrus. Uh, you've done a good work, baseline. But what I was to ask, I saw it at the end, but you did do main work. Is it the age of the tree that is affecting the gradation? Just mention the age in passing, the age of the tree. I was thinking to be a major factor that, okay, how long have you planted this tree? So I think, is it the first year you are expecting the gradation or that's when the economic has started to be done? That after you have starting having your economic report, what is and then what is the now aim that economic is happening? I think we need to do that and the identification. Then I don't know. You said maybe they have the lowest monthly revenue. Is it because it's very cheap? Yes. Because you didn't go further. You are comparing two or three states. How much are they selling the kilogram of the orange? The prices is different. But I know they don't have orange more than any other state. But it is there the farmer is making the lowest of the money. And that is the problem. Our farmer are being subtitled in this country. The farmer will go to farm, he will farm until his clothes is here. At the end of the day, you need more. So what is the problem? You don't have scale. So if the farmer in the Benue state won't happen to have the best type of in terms of citrus or orange, their food is very sweet. They have it and very juicy and it's sweet or sweeter. And it's having growth. 100 to 1,000. Somebody in your system, I'm sorry, your people, is having 500,000. Is it the AG that is keeping your work? I don't know. Or is it because it's very competitive here? So we need to know the people this is there. So, and that's I want to tell you of production food. I'm happy with that. Yes, please don't follow the instruction of the KNA. I think when you told me that techniques, I reflect over it. Empirically, it can work, and practically. So let's give it a try. There's no sin in trying anything. It's even going beyond try because personally, empirically, I experimented it and find that it's working. And what I can perceive is what I can achieve. I'm a very big dream. But I achieve whatever I dream. And so my problem I hardly dream. When I dream, I achieve it. Yes, my chairman, sir. I'm not asking any questions so that there will not be any applicant. But my take on is this: is that I hope all your teaching work on avocado has a link with the GRE unit. What we are trying to do is preserving our GR plasma. So there's a need for a connection with the GRE, which I believe we should do because I am not aware started doing that. Except for being responsible. On the plantain experiment you are doing, I didn't really get the main piece of that experiment on the plantain. And if there's any, I think we need to match it together with what Dr. Dokas is doing on plantain. I know he's trying to match our principal and the plantain varieties. We talk about about 33. I think Dokas is also working at 45. I don't know. More close to the liver. Let's match them together so that we cannot be duplicating our efforts. Your indigenous feed, I think we need to have also the detail of all the plants and whatever you have in the indigenous feed. I know we talked about the walnuts and we've not done anything about that. I don't know maybe the orchard and cutting. And then the last thing I need to ask, you didn't mention the labeling. I know I don't maybe you've done something on the labeling of the mango orchard. I was thinking it should be part of your activities for 2010. Let's get the reflected on later. And this comes to both of you, the citrus and fruit. When we came, the IMC visited your orchard. I can remember vividly. We agreed that you are going to come up with the chart, orchard chart, whereby all the characteristics of those varieties we have will be listed on that. When you are going to orchard A, it's when you pick that book, you can tell us what is there, people will have it there. I remember the IMC visited, and nobody reported in that. Though I'm only taking chances to capitalize on that. I know I said I'm a refined capitalist, that's not reporting. I know you didn't request for any fund regarding that, but I feel it's six. We need to. I remember they are lucky. The present chairman of today was even giving a deadline in that Dr. Women. If you can remember Dr. Village, yes, I think it was February or March this year. I was thinking that should be a work that so the two programs, citrus and I think we need to work on that. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Our time is fast spent. And mention one or two things. I don't know if there's anybody who wants to. I give you the priority one. I'm coming. After that, maybe we'll go to the next. I want to call on the presenter from PDP. Next time, choose your graphs. Take the most important ones. What you have given us is good for publication. But for this type of gathering, just pick the most important ones and present so that I got it done all your time. That's just my advice. And then you were talking of coffee. You said, is it hibiscus coffee? Roselle coffee. Why use Eden coffee? Look at it critically before causing confusion. Is it because you roasted it the way they roast coffee berries and made you to call it Roselle coffee? I'm just worried about the nomenclature. Just look at it very well. Okay, for the citrus, you talked about Southwest, Central Nigeria. The citrus lady. I hope you are listening. They produce a lot of citrus in Borno State. Yes, you go towards what's the name? Pew. They have citrus. If you go to Plateau, they have citrus. Probably you chose something interesting. I'm just trying to put things straight so that people will not think it's only those places you have citrus. Citrus, in fact, is everywhere, but those places produce more. Like you are talking 2 hectares to 4. I don't quite agree with you. Unless maybe where you visited. If you go to Benue, there are 100 hectares, 40, 50, 30, a lot of them. Again, when you did your survey, did you visit the field? Because there's a difference sometimes between what farmers will answer in your questionnaire and what you will actually observe in the field. But we know graduation is a matter of time. Dry season is more. And some varieties, like Washington Navel, are prone to graduation anywhere. Once there's no, moisture. So you may have to look at the varieties that you work with. It's important. Coming to fruits. And before I go to fruits, I want you to develop your Satsuma Mandarin. I've been saying this even when I was head of citrus. Satsuma Mandarin and lemon. There's more money in these two than the other citrus types. You need to develop them. In fact, Satsuma is very hardy, even than the normal citrus. It can withstand a lot of things. That is why we want you to develop it. It commands more money. If you go to market, they call it tangerine. That is a misnomer. It's not tangerine. You look at people call it tangerine. You just peel off the back. It's expensive. Please try and develop that. Then, for fruits, I will say that food program has a lot to do, and they need more staff. When you look at the area of fruits to cover, it's not a joke. I was there before as a program head, and I know what it entails. So please, to the management and our team, let them have more staff. It's important. Then there's one thing you have to correct. You said VC. I don't know whether it is me or the other VC. So find a way to make a difference before somebody will take another person's word. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman, for giving me the privilege to say something. Well, what I wanted to say has to do with that coffee, that you don't mention it, to sell seed coffee. So a lot of things there. To sell tea, to sell seed coffee tea. That is what's in the song. I think you are trying to tell us that thing sounds like coffee. That is the communication. But we need to think something out of the box to call it a name. I don't know what name is now, but we can think about it. And when we are talking about, when we are developing names for our natural soup, we just say, put it Musana. It becomes something everybody. So let's think something about it. But we can't definitely, I don't think coffee tea line. What would be now, lastly, because of time, I think the study on this citrus is very interesting. I don't want to say all the presentations are very interesting and they are very educated. But I think your methodology, maybe that's the reason why we're having the kind of result that we have. Because the size of the plot is, I look at it, 1.5 plus or minus 2.5 hectares. Because that means that is, you need to check the statistics. Maybe it's the number. By the time you remove 2.5 from 1.5, that means there's a negative plus somewhere, which is not possible. I think when we are going out for survey like this, our methodology is very, very important. And the methodologies, when employing sample, that is where most of us make a mistake. And that is where some of us think that the economics study is just go to the field and ask farmers questions. It has its own methodology. So before you go into the particular place, you look at the entire population. And when you look at the population, you can stratify. And when you stratify, you can draw proportional samples. And when you do that, you have a kind of fair representation of the entire system. That is what is happening. Thank you very much.
I think that can be solved. Yes, that's the point of the I noticed it too, but I don't want to notice it. I think that can be solved with the new program we are having under family system and extension. Accurate economics and statistical units or accurate economics and statistical program. So, which means if anybody is going for survey, they can subject their methodology. Those are perfect. Same they're going to have competition or some statistical personality so that they can come up with validated methodological before anybody begins. I think that would be very. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Chairman, for being with this club. The work of translation is very good work. But I must say that there has not been any particular factor attributed to translation from varieties, new stock, dry season, no particular, but it's a good work. At least you are trying to see factors causing it, but a little further, what can be used to address it. Well, you also work on graduation. You mentioned Malaysia and Ibadan Suite. I want to say there's nothing like Ibadan Suite. If you go to them, they will just tell you Ibadan Suite. It has not been classified. So you can go a little further. Look at the characteristics of what is called Ibadan Suite in Benue. And to some of the characteristics of these sweet oranges, I think we have some in the record, like at least the 12, the aggregate, the characteristics. They have been released. That's when right, but you can just go forward in characterizing the owner, so that you can differentiate it, like Sasuma that Dr. Ume was talking about. You see Kanyan with rough surface. We can go through and we have also the tangential stock trial. The block are still standing. Before we look them, we can still look on the characteristics of those tangential collection block. They are still standing. They are the one on the road. On the road, collection, just look at those areas so that when people are talking about which variety is this, with the quality, one can be able to address it. Thank you.
So just let me add one point. Like what Dr. Ume said, granulation is more pronounced during dry season. It may not be the major cause, but it's more pronounced during dry season.
We continue on there. So let's end it here. Any other thing we can meet people concerned and clarify the issue. Thank you very much. I'm a
Thank you very much, sir. Let me start from the availability of the seeds. We have the seeds. It's because God knows it. So they're being thrown away. 10% of the seeds of hibiscus are really used with planting. Nothing else was done. It's been done with it after using it for production. Now, let me talk of the size of the grinding. Okay, before that, we have done our preliminary study and saw that the protein content of roselle is very close to soybean. Soybean is between 40 and 44%. Roselle is between 35 and 40%. So we consider the use of the protein content in fortifying our food that are less in protein. That's why we are looking at using it as a multi-purpose flour. We want to use it for yam flour, still going to investigate that level. If it's for baking and all that, that's why we have multi-purpose different treatment to see which one suits each flour fortification. And let's come to the milling side. The size for extraction of tea is different from the size of powder that we mix thoroughly. For the tea, we don't mill it finely because it says an extract. Once you have milled it finely, what do you extract? Just mix with the water and nothing. But it has to have maybe less than, maybe more than 200 micron for the tea to not be fine. But for the flour, it has to be fine so that it will blend with any top or purpose flour we want to use. We talk of the extraction time. The average time, we always put maybe 5 grams in 150 ml of water. Allow it to simmer or brew for maybe 15 minutes. But start with the average time. You might decide to extract everything finished. You know, we have chance want to get everything out. So you might pour water again and extract it. But the average time is always say, okay, this for each sachet, maybe 3 grams or 5 grams. 150 ml of water or 200 ml of water. That is it. We talk of the optimization. Online said about optimization. Yes, we are talking of the effect of the processing method first on the quality parameter. So we are still going to come about the effect of this of the processing method. These are the things one side, maybe the protein, maybe attributed of this level. Then we now look at the optimized. See the method that gives us that one, and then we validate it. So, yes, we will look at the input. Allow, since that we don't allow me. For the name, it's the same thing Dr. May and Dr. Lakide said. Look at it. So that's the name.
Thank you. Yes. Concerning our methodology, unfortunately, that Dr. Lakide I was not on seat because he asked for it. I want to assure the whole house that a socioeconomic led the team. So the methodology, everything is okay. We will check the table to know, to see, but about the methodology, we don't have problem with that because even if we are still going to use planning or extension, it's still the same people that would look at the questionnaire for us. So Dr. Ibe led the team and she's okay. I can say that. Yes. Then concerning the factors, it's not only water or dry spell that causes granulation. If root type is another factor because granulation on rough lemon is more prone on rough lemon rootstock than Cleopatra mandarin. Another factor is even the fruit type, as Dr. May has mentioned. We have some fruits that are more prone to granulation than the other. Then that's the next phase of this work. Now that we've been able to identify some of these things, then we will now go into it and to see how we can provide solution to the problem. That's the next phase. And we are coming next year to come and deliver that hypothesis.
Thank you for all the comments. Concerning the plantain champagnes, we work with GRE. GRE is the best institution to merge what Dr. Bidwe is doing and those programs. So they will have the whole collection. Concerning the indigenous field, we already have a list for the world wants to be trial collection towards the end of the season, where we have grown them already in the nursery. For the leveling of the mango orchard, and that orchard chart, I need to apologize for that. As we were speaking, I forwarded that chart to you on your WhatsApp. It was done with the GRE, right? Because they are the ones doing the collection. And the other reason why we haven't fully completed it is because we need to still get the Swahili to the orchard to validate some, and there were some people who didn't identify and not. Then the other orchard there, we haven't marked that as well. But you will see in the chapter sent, you will see the vacuum in between and how we eventually match everything together. And Dr. Omer, thank you for making it case for us. We need more field staff pastoralized research. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, everybody. Can we clap for them as they have their seats?
My dear sir, before we proceed to the next, the ED made a statement during his welcome address. Whenever there is communication and discussion, things go smoothly. There is, we are progressive denials. At this moment, we have 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. I am not too good in statistics, but I know 1 plus 1 is 2. 3:30, 3:45 plus 4 hours is what? Are we ready to stay till 7:45? So, can we limit the remaining sessions to 40 minutes per session? And we will all agree to time. We have 2 minutes for this discussion. Just 2 minutes for this discussion. We should shift 1 session to tomorrow. 2 sessions to tomorrow. Okay, so we have 1 more minute for this discussion. Just 1 more minute for this discussion. Dr. Daniel Dalusa.
I suggest that we hold down the time. The logistics is not there to handle tomorrow. If we have a planning committee, and we know that if we stay too long tomorrow, we may not be able to take care of the logistics. So please, let's just be patient and do what we want to do here this evening and forget about what we have already planned. Then tomorrow we can finish in time. Thank you. And also tomorrow, and the chairman also speaking to it. Also tomorrow, some of our colleagues have a very special assignment and we need to close very early. So we cannot extend tomorrow's meeting beyond the time that we plan. Thank you.
40 more seconds for this discussion.
Thank you very much. I think the last speaker has said he hit nail on the head. He hit it and take it report down time into 45 minutes of presentation. But we have to stick to the time. Tomorrow cannot we follow it, and that is the permission of the EA. So I have the permission to say that. So let us be patient, stick to the timetable. Tomorrow, logistics may not be that easy because I know what we're going to. Of course, we know the economy, how it is. So we'll continue.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, everybody, for your time. We are taking the next step of presentation now, but before we do that, first somebody decide if we are doing them. Okay, to chair this statement is Dr. H.A. Akintoye. Can you have this up?
20 minutes.
Then the presenters are Dr. Aminu Taiwo from SPICE Research Program, Dr. Badmos from Panel System, and Dr. O.M. Adewale from Extension Research Program. And the rapporteurs are Mrs. C.G. Helen, Mr. Olatunde Oluwaseun, and Mr. Ajibade Hedi. Thank you. Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you.
Without taking too much of our time, each presenter will use 10 minutes, and we'll use the other part of our time for question and answer session. So I'll call on Dr. Mrs. Bukola Abdul Taiwo, come and learn. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Standing on the seat of God, I'm standing in for my honorary HOP, Dr. Chris Ayawa. I'm here this afternoon to present our findings. Crisis research program. Our mandate is to develop a good agricultural practices for selected indigenous and exotic spices. This is our staff role to grow scientists, and other stuff. The first one, from prehistory time, spices have been popular among Nigerian households. However, they are still exist in wine with very limited deliberate cultivation of farms. Their primary role is in enhancing flavor, color, aroma of food, and beverages. They are derived from different parts of aromatic plants, the bark, bulb, flowers, fruit, and so on. Justification for our program. The challenges of developing Nigerian spices for local and international markets include limited deliberate cultivation, inflows of exotic spices, harvesting, low quality and quantity of harvest, forestation. All of these are what the program research has been to address very good agricultural practices. The objective to improve on agricultural practices for selected indigenous and exotic spices, the ginger, turmeric, onion, garlic, basil, lemon, grasses, and leafy spices like lavender, rosemary, bay, thyme, mint, and oregano. The second objective, number one, is to demonstrate and cultivate selected indigenous and exotic spices to determine appropriate method of cultivating and harvesting, to ascertain appropriate physical pest and method of onion and garlic. The first activities, meditation and orchard establishment for indigenous and exotic spices. These materials and methods of collection were done for these indigenous and exotic spices. They were carried out in Southwest Nigeria in 3 local governments, in Oyo State, Egbeda, Akinyele, and Edo local governments. Some were collected from the field in sister direction for soil analysis and local population. The land were cleared, barrow, bridge, and so forth, and all the different spices were collected. Like ginger, in our new protecting garden, cover about 1,086 meters square. The mango ginger, those are the square meter where all these spices covered. The result. This is a newly established project at the back of the complex, the whole complex. And these are the array of spices there. We have the exotic basil. This is the full bloom of the exotic basil. We have the local basil as well. We have the lemon balm. We have the dill plants. We have lavender. We have turmeric. We have ginger. We have parsley. We have spearmint, lemongrasses, onions. Those are the spices we have on our project garden. But don't be afraid. We are now at the peak of the harvesting of all those spices. If you go there now, you might not see them in full bloom again. As it is true. Breaking of pseudomonas in Tetrapora tetrapora, that is iron. Objective is to reduce the germination period in Tetrapora tetrapora. That is iron. Sorry, I don't have the picture of the iron. My phone damages today. The experiment was to set up in laboratory using complete randomized design. 20 seeds of this, the 20 seeds were sold in petri dishes with moist cotton wool in the treatment below. The treatment are 100% sodium, 100% sodium sulfuric acid and 50%, 100% hydrochloric acid and 50%, 100% lactic acid and 50% lactic acid, and the seawater acts as control. The seed was sold each treatment for 15 minutes before they were sold in petri sheets with months cotton wool. An observation we observed for emergency. The treatment was terminated 10 days after sowing, and these are the results. We found out that sulfuric acid has 100% and 100% germination. We look at it very well. It is sulfuric acid at 100%. That's at 10 days, that's 100% germination. When you compare the control, just ordinary DC water, no germination, only maybe 6.63 of them, followed by nitric acid, no germination at all, or say the content, you have just this one then germinated. Implication of this is that if you just leave those seeds, they will not germinate. And also, the farmers, they don't know that they can plant this iodine in their own garden because they thought that maybe they cannot get the seed. But now we can boast of the seeding of this iodine. We have it in the nursery. That's why we are planning to transplant to the field to have the orchard for it. Or we want to encourage the farmers who that might need it so that we can give them. These are the picture, the place of it to show that we have 100% germination for the sulfuric acid and 100%. The activity 3, that is the gender involvement in spices production in Oyo and Kwara State. You might be asking me, when this research? Yeah, we want to know the gender involvement. We want to know who are producing these spices. The study was conducted by starting production of spices in southwestern and north-central zone in Nigeria with the following objective. 1, to identify socio-economic characteristics of spices promotes by certain production pattern types and varieties cultivated in the zone. To identify constraint association with spices production and to determine information and capacity gaps with the spices farmers. This methodology involved the first stage is multi-stage sampling techniques was used to select respondents for this study in Oyo and Kwara State. The second stage also involved the purposive selection of local governments, and those are the selection. That's what we use for our data. Let's go to the results. The first one, that is socio-democratic characteristics of the respondents. We found out that the majority of them are female. So they are all married. Religion, they are most of them they are Muslims, and they also stay between 1 and 2. They are between 6. That's the 10. That's household. Their household. The educational education, one of them they don't have no formal education. And main occupation is of course is farming. You see, it is farming. Education is farming. Sorry. But let's go for the spices production practices there. We find out that the spices produce majorly turmeric. That is sorry. There's turmeric, we have them there. Followed by the lemongrasses, you can see them there. Those are the major spices produced in those regions. And type of cropping pattern. We find out that the majority of them they intercrop. They don't plant their spices so because spices took a long time before you can get your produce. Therefore, they teach intercrop. That is vegetable. The highest one is vegetable. They are planting the spices vegetable. And when we talk of the mode of selling their goods, that means their products, they are using if. That's one. Sorry. They are using ifs for the so that's the highest on it. Other are using basket or bag. And all the majority of them, of course, they sold in wholesale. Look at it, they sold in wholesale, not that in the retail. Likewise, you can so that look at the problem you encounter during your production. Some say it is pest and disease incident they encounter, but you don't bother to ask which pest and disease you are encountering, but you say that nobody have that one. Of course, you can see the water appreciation tool, lack of credits, all of them, they have so many, insufficient market. Right, they say when they produce these prices, do have insufficient market for them. All right, then what do you want us to do? All right, we say, all right, what is the capacity gaps of these prices farmer? They say they want processing, they want value addition for their produce. If they have value addition, they have more money in their pocket. And that is all the capacity that all these spices farmers needed. Pest and disease management and so forth. Recommendation. At this point, there's an urgent need for collection of more indigenous and exotic spices for medicinal and health benefits, export and poverty elevation. The standard greenhouse are required for this sustainable production of exotic spices such as thyme, coriander, and lavender. Then we have the one next phase of the garden is also required in order to avoid theft and poaching. Public awareness is also important for the utilization of medicinal and health benefits for spices in order to increase the production and utilization. Immediate aim of appropriate dissemination of information and capacity building, capacity development in a defined area of need in overcoming the present inability of the farmers to produce spices on that scale and compete comparable with other classes of horticultural crops. In conclusion, spices can be produced throughout the year with adequate management practices. There is need to improve production of spices and increase awareness of their health and medicinal addition of spices are also need to be encouraged for increased income and improved livelihood of sustainable development. Funding is required for collection and conservation of more medicinal and exotic spices. Provision of borehole for all-round production of spices. Thank you very much.
We go to the next presenter. Yeah. Go to the platform, then you go to and thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. All right, maintaining the existing established protocol. I'm presenting 2023 Annual Impact Report for Farming System Research Program. That is the list of our members of the program. This is just a summary of the members of the Farming System Program as indicated there. Every member of the program is important. We have the researchers taking the highest number, followed by the technology. But even though they are not high numbers are also important, they are system. The mission of the program is to have excellent horticultural farming system-based research, and that to sustain stakeholder interest. The research theme for the year under review is development of a sustainable horticultural farming system with an integrated approach for crop and animal production. The main research activities in this reporting year are three. The first is the development of organic horticultural farming system with integrated approach for crop and animal production. That's the overall objective. And those sub-activities are listed. Discuss more about them. The first research activity is on comparative nutrient evaluation of some fertilizers, composting, and fish effluent. And so this objective actually compare the nutrient composition of composting and fish effluent. The materials and methods that shown. The methodology includes the collection of crop and plant residues, cow dung, poultry manure, sawdust, and other residues as shown. For the compost, it involves steeping of compost in water for a few days and then spraying it. For the fish effluent, a methodology involves water that was used to stop the fish became spent, and this water was used as an additive to the soil. So samples were taken for laboratory analysis to determine the phytochemical components. These are the various stages of the compost production, as shown on the slide. The results and show that all the nutrient contents were much higher in compost than in the composting and the effluent, and this is shown in table 1. Of course, this will be because of the component materials in the production of the compost, and because compost actually in the solid phase as compared to the other. That's the table of that. Now, output, conclusion, and recommendation from this activity. The output is that the 100 kg compost was produced from 350 kg agricultural or horticultural waste, and 3 bio-fertilizers were actually evaluated for their nutrient components. As mentioned, the conclusion from this activity is that compost has higher nutrient content compared to compost tea and fish reference as said. However, composts are usually characterized by slow mineralization and release of nutrients to the soil for plant this clause there. The 3 biopesticides on the life are very good sources of nutrients and can be applied to improve the crop growth, and yield. They are highly recommended for use as soil amendment on acidic soils especially. The second research experiment is evaluation of different organic soil amendments on the productivity of intercrop timber. The objectives are stated, is the materials and methods. Treatment consisted of 2 crops, timber and lemon, and 4 cropping systems, 2 soap and 2 intercrop. Treatment was done with compost, cow dung, and poultry manure. The cucumber was planted at a spacing of 0.5 by 0.5 data was collected. The LER was calculated by using the amount of liters of fuel by the amount of the of fuel. I will go straight to the output of this. Yes, the output, conclusion, and recommendation from this second activity. Now, the soil analysis indicated that the soil is acidic and deficient in major nutrients required for proper plant growth and development. Hence, the need for organic soil amendment. Soil cropping with compost gave the highest yield. Intercrop with poultry manure has the highest yield among the intercrops, and the partial LER generated also indicated the deficient to intercrop. The output of this research activity is that 3 bio-fertilizers were evaluated in lemon and cucumber intercropping systems, bio-fertilizers. The recommendation is that organic soil amendments should be used to amend acidic soil, and it's also important to ensure efficient and effective waste management systems and production of healthy crops. The third experiment the year that is production and evaluation of quality of silage from selected horticultural waste. The objective of this experiment is the determination of horticultural waste-based silage quality. The materials and methods are shown. This is the shredding of the drop features. Actually, the drop features from the orchard are being converted into animal feed, and this is the machine being used. The results show that the silages, as shown in the picture, were of good quality, with all the components retaining the original color before styling. The smell was very pleasant and fruity, presenting the quality of a feed that will be accessible by the animals. You know, we are a farming system. We have a lot of cropping and animal production going on, and so we don't allow the food to go to waste, convert them to animal feed. And this is the purpose of this particular experiment. Alright, so the outcome in a nutshell is that we had 72 kg of citrus, carrot, and cabbage waste were incorporated to give 116, and of course, a clean environment is achieved and animal protein is available. As you know, the theme of this research is on bioeconomy and conserving the environment is very clear. So the activity of the farming system is to see that the waste are being converted to proper use and the environment is safe for all. Next, I'll go to the report of activities in the unit. The orchard was also activities. Orchard maintenance was carried out. The farming system is carried out as 2 acres of sweet orange, 2 acres of Lisbon lemon, and a half acre of Indian lemon orchard. The following activities were carried out in routine activities: flashing, manuring, supply, irrigation, and of course watering. We also had parasitic plant infestation of citrus plants was observed, and we are also making efforts to ensure that these parasites are being treated. They are being treated, yes. There's the building of another animal shed is ongoing. There's an extension of the orchard. There's an half acre of Indian lemon features that's been established and the extension is still ongoing. Now the fruit orange dropping is still being experienced in our whole sweet orange orchard. We have about half of 50% of fruits that we harvest that still not marketable as a result of the dropping. However, efforts are ongoing, and one of those efforts is the conversion of those fruits into silage, as explained earlier. We are not allowing those fruits to just go to waste. We are trying to convert them into animal and compost media. Yes, this is on the other another unit of the program. We have the livestock unit, and so the activity there is to carry out research on livestock in integrated farming systems. We have routine and daily maintenance activities, and we have block fencing at the base still ongoing. Yes, our contribution to the institute program, we have state of youth. We are all familiar with the announcement that comes up on the platform when staff members are being encouraged to buy sales. So from the sales of it, we made an income of 659,000. Total generation generated income from sales and upkeep is about 220,000. And the needs of the livestock production unit, as I highlighted, there's need for increased manpower, there's need for increased 900 head of cattle, and this will further help to increase the IGR that this unit is able to contribute. There's also a need to complete the pasture under establishment. Provision of living facilities is essential. This also adds to our IGR, and we do require the standard slaughter system for the animals. We have another unit, the agrometeorological unit. This is where we monitor and report the changes in atmospheric conditions, and then release of weather data on request. We are statistics agriculture. We can divulge agriculture from weather, and so we need to have information on weather, and the information on weather is released to researchers anytime it's needed. There's however a need to maintain the garden so that this data can be made available as when needed. The challenges currently being experienced in this is that there's need to refence the agrobed garden to prevent encroachment. The barbed wire is completely done now. The request is before the executive director, and I'm sure something is being done about that. There's also more the need for furniture for the agrobed officers. We don't have anything to see on. Repair of the automatic weather station is ongoing. This is a very vital equipment in this unit. This is just a view of the weather report of the year 2022 as a sample of what goes on in this particular area. We have another unit, mechanical engineering workshop. This unit is dedicated to maintenance and servicing of vehicles and tractors, for welding and fabrication, organization and battery charging. And the unit has been able to come up with construction of a mobile spin house, and this was done for the GRU, and this is a good one from the members of that unit. As a recommendation, unit will appreciate the institute and employ staff, especially in the area of auto, can employ the use of an auto electrician. Then if some machines like bending and laser machine can be produced for the mechanical workshop to enhance product and research activity. This is the mobile spin house that was constructed by the people in the unit for use of the GRU. Yes, the irrigation unit, the year under review, this particular unit has serviced so many different programs and departments, the mangrove production unit, citrus, plantain, hay farm, project 3 and project 9 and all other units. And Farming System is a program that services so many other programs and accommodates so many other programs. So we have different units doing this different kind of things. And education unit is very key. And this is some of the activities that I have shown. So education projects newly carried out by the institute through the procurement unit and the following. There has been an installation of sprinkler system at block 1 vegetable research farm. There has also been a construction of new irrigation pump house at the vegetable research farm, installation of sprinkler system at block 2, installation of irrigation pumping machine, provision of new irrigation materials and accessories. These are some of the achievements of the institute. Okay, we have a soil analysis where we also do all this analysis. I'll round up. Okay. And this is just to showcase our performance in terms of IGR from the sweet orange that we have based in our orchard. This amount we have been able to contribute to the IGR of the institute, beef sales, contract office, and of course workshops. Okay, so in summary and conclusion, Farming System program had an increase in the number of staff. So that's some of this amount was generated and handed over to the institute. While the lemon water was extended, the maintenance still going on. Weather data was made available as when needed. We have a functional workshop. I also have an integrated farming system. Thank you all for your attention.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Madam, you have 10 minutes.
Good afternoon. This standing on establishment for Adewale OM presenting extension research program for 2023 NIHAUS. All over the world, we know that agricultural extension is the bridge between research and farmers, and the NIHAUS is not an exception. So, extension in NIHAUS facilitates transfer of knowledge to farmers from research findings, such as their innovations, their technologies. We help farmers implement research findings, adopt best practices, and ensure good agricultural practices. The objectives of the program are shown for some time, and our activities and strategies include diagnostic, thematic surveys, capacity building trainings, coordinating women and youth in horticulture, coordinating excursions and visits. It also includes provision of advisory services to stakeholders, coordination of agri research outreach centers, as well as other support activities. So I'll go straight to the activities for 2023. We have 4 activities as shown. One, the first activity includes advocacy and extension support services that includes exposure to NIHAUS, capacity development, seed distribution. The second activity is transfer of technology. The third is empirical assessment of contemporary issues. And lastly, this is an institutional project where it's domiciled in extension. It's the adoption and impact assessment of already disseminated NIHAUS technologies. So for the first activity, that is excursion, the students come to the institute on excursion so that they can learn. They can bridge the gap between what they learn in school and what actually obtains on the field. This is a picture of some students on excursion. And in total for the year under review, 1,114 stakeholders were on excursion to NIHAUS. The second activity is seed distribution. Well, with the understanding that food security is hinged on the use of improved seeds, NIHAUS distributed seeds, improved seeds to farmers. And the methodology was to use farmers via ADPs in southwestern states, as well as Edo State and JPPC Oyo. So in total, 79 kilograms of seeds were distributed, and 70 liters of NIOS pesticides were distributed to farmers in southwest Nigeria. The third under activity 1 is partnerships and collaboration. So NIOS is in partnership with the Lower Niger River Basin Development Authority to train reputable farmers in Kwara State. And then it's ongoing already. And then we also have zonal refills workshop. We have MTRS that NIOS staff attend. The second activity is on technology transfer. And then we use print and electronic media because we can reach the wider audience with that. So the first activity is the production and airing of jingles to curtail tuta in the northern parts of Nigeria. Well, we know that NIOS is not speak of tuta in the northern parts of Nigeria again. Jingles in 3 radio stations in the north were used to reach farmers. Arewa Radio, Freedom Radio, and FRSA, Kano and Kaduna states were used to teach farmers on how to control tuta and use NIOS pesticides. The second sub-activity is the radio and television program of hearing NIOS activities. Presently, we have 26 slots for radio program that's going to run in 2 trenches. The first one is for 30 weeks and is running already. It's a weekly program where NIOS staff teach